Welcome to Ghost Club Paranormal. Don't go changing that channel now, as we have one hell of a show for you. From ghouls that lurk in the dead of night, to modern-day technology that is sure to blow your mind. It's the #1 stop for spooky folk like you, so turn off the lights and let's get to. Ghost Club is sponsored by...
Wow.
That was amazing.
Did you like the opening?
That was so good. Chester
Showed up for us again. Chester is the Ghost Club mascot.
I love
it. If you guys have not checked out our recent episode at the Garnet house in Kansas, Chester made was that his first appearance?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, and he appears
first time on the show.
He appears in the next episode as well. So, speaking of Kansas, we're in a crop field right now. That's spooky. Hi guys, everybody coming in just now. Thank you so much for being here. I can't believe we already have like over 100 people in the live chat. That's insane. We have never went live together ever. This is not like what we do. I spent all day today when I came back from work, like trying to figure out how to stream. I'm a streamer now. So just your patience is like very welcomed because we're still trying to kind of figure this out. But we're live and we've done it, and I made the intro and it's all cool. But Mandy, you probably don't even know what that intro is, right?
No.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so for the Ghost Club followers from a while ago, I don't know if anybody knows what that intro is from in the live chat just now, but that was actually my very first intro when I started Ghost Club Paranormal. How the vibe has changed, yes.
Oh my god.
That was the old Ghost Club intro. I was like, I'll just put that in, like, because it's still really
cool.
Yeah. Excuse me, guys.
For those that don't know, I had never actually seen an episode of Jade's prior to joining Ghost Club.
I wasn't going to mention it.
People need to know. They need to know that I'm the worst. Yeah, I had never actually seen it. So sorry, my friend.
Shannon remembers. Shannon, thank you. Yeah, that was a blast from the past right there. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. But no, Mandy hadn't seen any Ghost Club episodes. And I only recently found that out like a couple months ago, 3 months ago or something like that. And I'm pretty sure
tell you.
I was like, I never really questioned it, you know? Like, I would just be like, oh yeah, like, remember on like that one investigation that I'd done and this happened? And you're just like, I guess you weren't answering because I was just like assuming that you knew. And we've had this idea that like we go back and we rewatch the old Ghost Club episodes, and they're so bad. Oh, they're so bad. They're so bad. I hate watching myself like back and all that stuff. Like, it's cringy. I just didn't know how to act. Yeah, it was awkward.
I really want to watch them with you, and I want to like low-key judge a little bit in the best, most loving way.
No, you have to. Like, I need you to like cringe with me.
Oh, thank you, Derek.
Hi, everybody joining the chat right now. I'm going to try my best to keep up with the comments. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments, and we'll be happy to answer them. I will say that we upload, just for everybody who doesn't know, we upload once every 2 weeks. We upload a paranormal investigation. So on Tuesdays that we don't upload an investigation, I thought it would be kind of nice to do like a live and maybe talk about the last investigation. Hopefully a lot of you in the chat have already watched our last episode at the Garnet house, because I really do want to talk about that tonight. And yeah, like if this live goes well, then who knows, we can maybe like keep doing them after this Kansas series. And it's always good to just chat to you guys and, you know, see how everyone's doing. I know that this is really late as well. We're in California right now, so it's not like the best time to go live. But we do both work full-time jobs as well, so this is it. This is all we could do. But hopefully everybody listening who isn't watching live in the distant future, hopefully it's still enjoyable for you guys too. So enjoy.
I just want to give a shout out to Janessa. I am sending you lots of love and hoping you get through whatever it is that you're going through. And we love you. So shout out to Janessa.
And do we have any plans on going to Canada?
Listen, I would go anywhere.
I would go to Canada.
Anywhere. I would go to Canada. I would do it. If y'all can hook it up with some locations, I will be there. We will be there.
Yeah, we'll definitely come. If the investigations are free, we'll be there. Because Canada's a while away.
They have to be all free. And somebody has to lend their house for us to stay in.
Do Canadians drive on the other side of the road? Like,
oh my God, I have no idea. Can someone tell us?
Yeah, I'm curious because in the UK, obviously, like the UK and America, they drive on the different sides of the roads. So I'm curious. So if you could answer that.
Jimmy, I was just in Tombstone. Shout out. Michelle, we live like an hour and a half without traffic away from each other. So
3 hours with traffic.
3 hours with traffic. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and you have to go like all the way through Los Angeles. Like Mandy's on one side and I'm on the other side. So all that traffic is like just through Los Angeles. It's crazy. Oh my gosh, from Scotland, it's after 4 a.m. here. I didn't think anybody from the UK would be tuning in today. So that's really cool. So thank you guys for being here. A few things that we need to address. I do just want to point out real fast that I am no longer a blonde. Yep.
Oh man, you scared me for a second. I thought it was going to be something I didn't know.
I'm deleting Ghost Club. Could you imagine? No, that would never happen.
Mark said that. Sorry, they said they drive on the same side as we do.
Yes. Okay. So that's good. That is actually really good to know. So at least we know that we can drive over there. And yeah, Mandy's got her baby spice hair today.
Baby spice.
Looking fresh. Because
I didn't wash it, so gotta go up.
Nice. Me too. My hair, like ever since I've dyed it brown, like it gets greasy within like a day. It's like I don't know what to do with it. I literally don't know how to be as a brunette. So I left a little bit of blonde in, like you'll see like a little bit, but I think I might just dye it all brown like tomorrow or the day after. I don't know. What do you guys think?
No, keep it.
I don't know.
No, you do this every time right before an investigation.
I know.
And it's stressful.
Okay, so right, I watched the new Fallout series, okay? And like I'm also a gamer and I love the whole Fallout franchise, but the main character, Lucy, I think she's the main character anyway. I would say she's the main character. She just has the coolest hair. She just has like brown with like bangs, and I'm like, yes, like that's the vibe I want to go for. So she definitely influenced me to dye my hair brown. Also, thank you, Paranormal Theory.
Yes, Paranormal Theory.
Kind of you. We honestly appreciate all donations. Those donations go towards future investigations, and we're two broke girls over here, so we really do appreciate everything.
We're done.
And if you choose to become a member as well, like that's amazing as well, because you guys really help drive this channel. And let's see some of the comments. Oh, thank you guys. What about blonde with dark lights? Yeah, yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I've been feeling reeling it back in a little bit to investigating. I've been feeling a lot of feels. Okay, you mentioned that you just went on your trip. You went to Arizona, right, Mandy?
Mm-hmm.
And you basically had to take like a vacation from our vacation, like a whole like wellness thing.
Yeah,
it's
big time.
Yeah, it's been a lot. And for those who don't know, I have been sick for the past month. I had bronchitis and then I like had a couple days where I was okay, and then I got like sick with what felt like the flu. I don't know what it was. But I have been out for like an entire month and it's been insane. Woo! DA, thank
Holy
you so
shit,
much.
DA!
Oh my
God, you guys.
gosh. That's very, very kind of you.
Fucking so nice.
I was gonna say you're da man.
Oh,
No.
we gotta go, everyone. Thank you for coming. Oh my God.
So yeah, I've been sick for a really long time. Just kind of getting back into the swing of things. How are you feeling after our Kansas trip? Because it was a lot. It was a lot.
Yeah, and I know everyone wants to talk. We're gonna get into some things tonight, you guys. We're gonna talk a lot about Garnet, everything that's been happening. So don't worry, hang tight. But it's been a process. It's been a slurry of emotions. I know the same for you, same for me. I felt like I was taunted for a little while after Kansas by the spirits that we encountered. It was rough. A lot of dreams, a lot of things happening. So much so that I needed to take a vacation to try to like just unwind from that energy. And then of course everything that's kind of come up since has not been helpful at all. But
Yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's been tough.
But do you feel like, I don't know, because like I felt like when we left Kansas, because I started getting sick the day we left Kansas.
Yeah.
Actually, in the next episode, like I don't know if I kept it in, but like you'll hear me like coughing. Oh my gosh, sorry. I'm just like paying attention to the comments just now.
Chris, holy shit. Okay. Chris, fucking shout out. Chris is a homie.
Oh my gosh, you guys
Chris.
are so nice.
Well, yes. So we can answer that question. A demon and ghost has definitely followed both of us back. But hang tight, Chris. We'll get to that question. But go ahead, Jade. What were you saying about?
Oh no, I was just saying like the kind of that like is a good like lead into what I was going to say anyway was when I got sick, like as we were leaving Kansas, I mean, I had to go to like the emergency room and stuff like that. It was so bad. And I was like getting so much anxiety because I was like had a couple weird dreams. And then I was like, oh my gosh, have I got an attachment? And like I was stressing. And but luckily, like I think like what you said, like it just felt like something just came and like torment us for a little bit. But like as of like right now, I'm feeling fine. I don't feel like anything's like attached to me or anything like that. It was just like a weird kind of just like little remnants of our trip that just lingered for a little bit. It was weird.
Kansas almost felt like a lesson. That's the only way I can like that was meant to happen. We were meant to go through all of that shit. It's whether we know what the bigger picture yet. I genuinely believe that was all meant to happen in some weird fucked up way.
Yeah, and it's sad to say, but like sometimes we do these investigations and when we leave from them, we're like, whoa, like we have grown so much. And I don't know, I think I was just ready to leave like everything behind after that trip. I was just like, I think at even one point we were at one location and we were without giving too much away because this isn't going to come out till for another month, but without giving too much away, like something happened. We were only in that house for like 20 minutes and I had to leave. I was just like, I am starting a crafting channel. Like, I need to do something that's gonna like be kind to my soul and not this crazy stuff. Yeah.
I just want to say, I don't know why y'all hating. First off, Austin is one of my favorite humans I've ever encountered. And two, his jacket is the fucking sickest thing I've ever seen. Like, I'm insanely jealous of his jacket and I wish I could wear one, but I'm not tall enough. So
are people talking about Austin's jacket?
Yeah, people talking about his jacket. Listen, dude, I just think it is the shit. So
the amount of people that had beef with a jacket, you guys are like getting worked up over a jacket. It just like blows my mind. And it's cold in Kansas also.
It's fucking cold, so
yeah, especially out in these crop fields. It's getting a little chilly out here.
Also, side challenge: if you're drinking tonight, every time it cuts, have a drink. It's gonna be a lot.
I have already tried to stop myself a couple of times, and I'm doing really good already. So feeling pretty confident.
Oh man.
Do you guys have any questions for us or anything like that? Before we kind of like wheel it back in?
We gotta answer Chris's question about has a demon or a ghost followed us home?
Oh, just in general? I thought you was talking about the trip.
I don't
Maybe
know.
just in general. Just in general? Okay, go
Just
ahead,
in
Mandy.
general. Oh, that's a lot. We'll be here all night. You give yours first.
As far as like demons go, demon, I really honestly, guys, like I use that term so lightly. I really think that they're lower level entities, like dark energy. So that kind of entity, it's happened to me once before, and that was a series that was up on the channel, and I ended up taking that down about a month ago, and that was actually when I like got back from Kansas, and I was just like, I thought that this was happening all over again, and I was just like, you know what, like I don't want that to be basically like I never rewatched those episodes, but I know that I was going through an absolute like mental breakdown,
Yeah.
and then put it out on the internet for everybody to see. And like, I'm an educator, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a professional, I have a career, and I was just like, and I just can't have that up there anymore. I have
Yeah.
sent it to like people who have like asked it if they haven't like fully finished the series. Like, I've just set it as unlisted and then sent them it. But yeah, it's a lot, and I really like I rarely talk about it in my house. Rarely talk about it. But yeah, if you guys have watched channel for a little bit, you've probably seen that whole series. Yeah, it was rough, and I think a lot of if you do feel like you have a dark attachment, I think the best thing to do is give it absolutely no power. That's the best thing that's worked for me. So when I felt like I was getting this dark attachment when we came back from Kansas, that's exactly what I had to do. I had to like purge myself from like all darkness that was like in my life, just surround myself with light 24/7, and like slowly I kind of came around, and that's me just starting to get better now. Yeah, but it's taken like a month. Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah. And you, like, I know, Mandy, you've actually had just recently, like maybe about 3-4 months ago or something like that, when you were in Hawaii, you had like a full blown, I mean, you can tell the story, but like that was intense.
Yeah, no, I've had quite a few attachments over the years, and spirits follow me home all the time. I'll be honest, my boundaries have never been the best. I'll be like, no, don't follow me home, but then secretly inside I'm like, no, follow me home, because like I just want things to happen.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
has just opened me up for a whole bunch of shit. But yeah, in Hawaii, when I went in January, I actually went with the intention of having an exorcism performed. So I had a minor rite of exorcism twice to remove 2 spirits that had latched on. So it's been a journey. Holy moly, Manuel. I hope I'm saying your name right. That
Oh
is
my gosh. I was like, okay,
phenomenal.
also, Nikki, thank you.
Hey, Nikki. Oh my god, I missed that one.
I
Oh my
honestly think that this
gosh.
is like the most anybody's ever donated ever. Like, this is so nice, you guys.
You all are helping so much.
Oh my gosh.
Nikki,
And
we love you.
just to let you guys know as well, I can't even believe it.
Laura. Sorry.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what to do anymore.
I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do anymore.
You guys, we're gonna immediately just crying the rest of the
I
channel.
know. Well, no, this is really, really good for us,
This is
though.
cool.
Like,
Thank you guys.
this is
You don't understand.
amazing. We don't get donations like this ever. So, like, and we never really. The only time that we ever really like asked for you guys to help, Mystery Man. Ah!
Oh, I have to answer this question.
Yeah. Sorry, guys, we're trying to get to the questions. Y'all are
No,
just
hold
so
on, wait. I
kind.
have invited a really cool, fun ghost to come home a couple of times. My favorite one was this cowboy. It was a spirit that I encountered in Tombstone like years ago. And I had put a quarter on his grave because he had shown up in my little hotel that I was staying at. And so I put a quarter on his grave. I found him, put a quarter there, and then I was like, if you ever want to stop by my house, feel free. And so one night I woke up in I swear to God, like 2 weeks later, I know I'm the worst. So
Inviting them cowboys back.
I was like, come on. So I woke up to a fucking spirit, the man, the cowboy, standing by my bed, and he tips his hat at me and he goes, "Thanks for the quarter," and then was gone, and I never saw him again.
You know what though? That's actually kind of hot.
Right? I was like, "This is the best. This is why I can't help it when I'm like, don't follow me home, but also come home."
Oh my gosh, I would love if like somebody dressed up as a cowboy and said that to you. Just like in like 5 years in the future or something like that, you would trip.
Right? Oh gosh.
Just going back to some of the comments here so I can try and read some of the questions that we have here. I always get kind of nervous. I always feel like I get like a little bit I've never really been good at like public speaking or anything like that. And I don't have my glasses on, so I'm like
It's okay. I got enough caffeine for the both of us.
perfect.
Chris, you're so welcome. My goal is to make you unable to sleep for basically the rest of your life.
Bill A asked, what has been your favorite investigation? We'll just kind of keep it in a nutshell. But I would say I don't know. I have like two. I have two now. Now, one of them was the Mackey Mansion. We done that last year, and the second one is the Garnet House. The last episode that we just put out is definitely, and I'm not just saying that because we just put it out. I'm genuinely like that. I really, really wanted that to be the one that like really blew up.
Yeah.
Because what's happening over there? Stop it.
Yo, something just like fell in my kitchen.
Dude, it's the cowboy. Oh my god, could you imagine if there was could you imagine if there was a quarter on the ground? Like, so you're just like on camera, just like a quarter just gets thrown at you.
No, you got I don't know what that was. That was so loud.
I love it. So yeah, those two are my favorite investigations. What about you, Mandy?
First off, Patrick, we'll get to your question. Oh my god, you guys. This is amazing. My favorite investigations. Oh Lord. Now I don't know. I feel like we've done so many that I just can't like I don't know. I would
Can't
say
remember any of the investigations.
I can't. I still think All Saints is like a top for me.
Oh yeah.
And I have to say Garnett, just for the activity that was insane. But I'm gonna throw out Goldfield Hotel just because that place just scares the living shit out of me,
So
and I love
what
it.
I've noticed like with us is, and honestly probably this with a lot of paranormal investigators as well, there's certain locations that you really connect with personally, and
Yeah.
there's really no explanation behind it or anything like that. There's just something that draws you back to this location time and time again, and you're always thinking about it, and you're always like, it's always in the back of your mind. And I think that Goldfield Hotel is that place for you, Mandy. It just seems like maybe like you were there in like a past life or something, if that's even a thing. Like, I don't know, but yeah.
Goldfield has that's been one that has showed up in my dreams quite a few times. And so there's something happening there. I don't know if I'll ever truly understand. I don't think I'm meant to.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that either. Lily Harriet. I'm also terrible with names, by the way, so excuse me if I butcher everybody's names on here. Jade, does your granddad always come with you on investigations to protect you? Yes, I truly believe at this point he does. I always find like white feathers on investigations as well. And ever since I was a kid, like I always, thought that every time I found a white feather, it would remind me of him. So it's kind of interesting that they always kind of come up. Yeah, I think he is. Yeah.
Patrick donated. Thank you so much. And he said, thank you for the hours of free entertainment. Are you scared of the bell now?
Yes.
Dude, I think that bell like haunted us. Like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I got home and I was still hearing the bell, and I'd hear randomly
Dude,
like,
I would hear the bell too sometimes. It's disgusting.
So scary.
So bad. I hate that bell so much, but we're gonna have to keep using it. We're gonna have to keep using it. Because I also love the bell. Like I hate it, but I love it,
The bell's so
it's
good.
too scary.
Corbin, thank you for the donation. And you should go, if you live so close to Sally, go by yourself. Get scared. Or don't. Don't do that.
I actually I will say this. After I edited the full episode yesterday, I put in like a video clip in the beginning, just like recorded off my phone to just like tell people like actually I don't know if I even put that part in, but I did say like I wasn't even going to post the episode because it's so dark and it's like so personal and crazy. This is our next episode, guys, by the way. So it comes out not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday. And like, I don't even want people to go there. Like, that's how scary this place is, how intense this place is. I don't think it's safe for anybody to go there.
And that's what the crazy thing is that I have heard from so many people that they've gone and have had no activity. Meanwhile, we had like the craziest night. What happened to you? Like, it's just crazy how everyone's experiences are so different.
Yeah.
Because it was like, we just talked about this last night. I'm like, I'm good if I never step foot in that house ever again.
Same. And that's the only location that we have like ever said that about, by the way.
Yeah.
Like that's how serious like this next episode that you see, like we are never going back. And I don't even know. I feel like I would be a bad friend if like I allowed you to go back. You know, if you told me you were going back, I'd be like,
No.
I would probably have you like go back to Hawaii, get exercised again, and then before you can like sleep in my house again. Because that shit is scary.
I know. I'll be damned. Oh gosh.
And speaking of, by the way, before I get back to the questions, yeah, so we got back from Kansas a month ago, and I don't even know where the time went. I guess it was because I was like so sick. But we're filming our next lot of investigations on starting Friday. And I can't even believe that it's came up so fast. Like it's insane. So yeah, I got work on Friday, and then after work we're driving like 8 or so hours to our next set of locations. So that's going to be a fun day.
It's going to be great.
So yeah, again, like the donations, like you guys, like it does mean so much to us. Sorry, I'm just scrolling by and I saw Manuel's donation again, and I was just like, oh, I can't believe that. Like $50 is huge. Any amount is much appreciated though. But yeah, that's pretty much, it goes towards gas, it goes towards hotels. We eat a lot. So it goes towards that. And there were a few people from members who reached out, and they donated for the Kansas trip as well. And that was just like so nice. So this is all new to us, like the whole like donation side of things. But oh my gosh, it helps immensely. And now you guys see like when you guys donate what it goes towards, and it goes towards epic episodes like the Kansas series. So it's really cool to like show them like what it goes towards as well. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah. And you guys, if we've missed your question, I'm sorry, the chat's moving quite a bit and then we take forever to answer your questions. So please feel free to just put them back in. What has been the scariest place for you? Wendy's asking.
My own house. I keep getting notifications that from my camera that somebody's like round the corner of my house at my gate. That's what like the vibrations are. And I keep looking back and I'm like, I don't know, it's probably just a
Oh
spider or
my
something like
gosh.
that. But I'm like, I do not like that. I
Please
don't
be a
like it.
spider.
I'm gonna turn this on silent real fast so it's not disturbing anymore. The scariest location?
Yeah.
I would say the scariest location, before Kansas was Goldfield Hotel
Oh,
in the
yeah.
basement. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never been more scared in my life, yeah. Until Kansas.
You know, Kansas, yes, like Sally House scared me. Garnett didn't scare me. It was more of like I've never been so shocked in my
Yeah.
entire like I just think I spent most of the episode just like just
Yeah.
mouth open, just flabbergasted at what was going on.
Yeah.
Whereas Sally, like that was here, you know, that like was
Mm.
gut wrenching. It was just ugh. So
Yeah. And again, we're gonna go live on Tuesday. What day is this? It is Tuesday, right?
today is Tuesday.
Next Tuesday, the episode goes out at the Sally House. The Tuesday after that, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna try and do another live like this, and talk about that episode in particular because there's a lot to digest in that one there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Corbin donated another $5. Thank you. And he asked, what's the scariest thing that's ever happened in an investigation? For him, it was having a brick thrown at him. Oh my God.
I couldn't even imagine a brick being thrown at me. Did you go back in? That's my question. Did you leave at that moment?
Did
I'm
you just
curious.
stand there?
Because when, like, we're filming, like, if something like that does happen, like, there's an immense amount of pressure for us to stay there. Like, that, I'll just say it, the Whiteface house, right? That was the one that really did you just do that, Mandy? Did you pop that up? Oh my god, that's so nice of you, thank you. Like, I
I'm
don't know how to
learning.
work this thing. But yeah, that was one, as I've mentioned before, like in there for like 20 minutes, and there was so much pressure to be like, we have to stay and investigate because this is really something worth investigating. But at the same time, like I also feel like I could just like curl up in a ball and cry right now, and that's
Yeah.
just go back to the hotel and just kind of I was even we had another investigation even after that one in the morning, and I was ready to cancel it. We were supposed to sleep the night there, and I was just like, absolutely no way, we're not sleeping there. And so we booked in for a hotel, and even at that, like I didn't want to let you down, Mandy, but I really did not want to investigate again. Like that's how
Oh,
much Kansas messed me up. But now I'm ready. Now I'm ready for sure. I'm like, okay, like I've had
I got
time.
it.
Yeah, and the next location that we're going to on Saturday, um, that one is going to be so interesting. I can't wait to show you guys this. Well, we don't know what's going to happen, but you know what? I'm just not even going to say anything. Right? This is a lot. I know I keep bringing up like all these investigations, but it's a good thing. Like we
Yeah.
have so many investigations lined up. And that's again all thanks to you guys. Every
Yeah.
single piece of support, a like, a subscribe, a comment, you guys being here in the live, all of that helps the channel out. And yeah, so thank you.
Yeah. And thank you, Z, for the donation. My God. And Jim. Oh my God.
Thank you
Serena.
guys.
Shout out. Shout out. You guys don't even know. Let's see. Any fun collabs coming out soon?
Well, we were supposed to, I feel like this is okay to say, but we were supposed to be collaborating with Barrier Beyond this weekend. But unfortunately their friend passed away. So they've kind of been like dealing with that, and totally understandably. But we can't wait to collaborate with them again. It's been a while. It's been a hot minute since we collaborated with them. So, and they've been killing it as well. Like they've been doing so good on YouTube recently. And I'm just so happy because like we kind of started our channels off roughly at the same time, and we were like stuck together for like a while, and then we kind of like broke off, and we've been like just like finding our own like style in that. And maybe I'm just talking for myself because I was kind of like the third wheel. But yeah, now it's just like really fun and exciting when we get together again to investigate.
Super
Yeah.
good. Let's see. There's so many questions.
So many questions.
Let's see. What do we want to do? Do you want to keep answering questions, or we want to talk a little bit about Garnet?
Um,
Just bounce.
Maybe let's answer like 2 more questions, and then we can go into just like a little bit chat of the episode and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm really trying to catch up with the chat right now.
I know. Thank you, Mystery Man. Get to that in a second. Have you had dreams of places before you go?
I had a few dreams of the Garnet house.
Ooh, apparently it's a popular place to show up.
For sure.
I always have dreams of these places. What about you, Jade?
I'm trying to think, like, I don't really know, like, before going, I don't really have dreams of those, like, haunted locations. I'll sometimes have dreams about them afterwards, though. But I think that's just because it's just, like, mentally, like, drilled into my brain, especially if it's an intense investigation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mystery Man. Found your channel yesterday. Only yesterday, oh my gosh, and love it. My scariest experience was I got stabbed and it left a scar. But have you considered doing a travel vlog on the way to your destination? I know what you mean. Okay, well, that's a really scary experience you had. I'm so sorry that you got stabbed. Like, what?
Oh my god.
Hopefully not on an investigation either.
Oh my
That's
god, I feel like I need to
terrifying.
give you your $10 back. Like, that's Jesus.
Um,
Oh my gosh.
we always carry protection as well. Like, everyone thinks it's so funny when I'm like, bring out my knife, because I'm like so ready to, like, I'm not even gonna say like those words on YouTube live, but I'm ready for it. Anybody who tries to mess with me. And then, have we ever considered doing a travel vlog? Yeah, can you remember this, Mandy?
So we've tried.
Okay. Like, is that what you're laughing at? Yeah. Ugh, so stupid.
It's not, you think it's good. You think what you have is really good, and then you go and you look back at the footage and it's not good.
No, like, so we
At
filmed
all.
a travel vlog on our way to Virginia City, and we were in the car for hours, and we looked back at that footage, and it was just like the camera was just shaking constantly, and it was just like like the sound of the road the entire way. Like, the angle was so bad. It's like you couldn't hear a word we were saying. So we ended up, I actually ended up buying a mount for the camera for us to do that again, but we would have to get those like little microphones or something like that, so you can't hear the car and all that. But we get into really deep conversations on our car rides, and we just thought this would be really cool to film. But then also, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but like we also like started the vlog by like opening up about like drugs and alcohol and like addictions.
And then conspiracy theories. It was not good.
Oh, the conspiracy theories. And then we had like an argument about like the moon landing. It was so bad.
People would have, the way we probably would have been canceled for some of our conspiracy theories. I can't.
Yeah. I mean, but we really, I mean, like, I would love to do more of like this and just chat about, just specific topics, because we have so much conversations about aliens, UFOs, extraterrestrials, and then just our experiences like as kids and now. And yeah. Oh, Mandy, you popped that one up. Thank you. Thank you, Paranormal Theory. B-roll's been A+, editing's been great. Proud of you girls. Honestly, like, especially with the Garnet episode, I think it took me about 2 weeks to edit that. I just wanted it to be so perfect because I knew that we had such a good investigation, that like it had to be nothing but perfect, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I wanted wanted it to be really enjoyable for you guys to watch and like not boring in the in-between moments when, you know, there really wasn't many in-between moments though, to be fair.
Yeah.
But yeah. Which brings us to Goldfield. But before we get to that, I actually want to know. I had a question.
Goldfield.
Did I say Goldfield?
Oh no!
Stop!
It's
That's
already happening.
horrible. I'm gonna throw up, man.
Goldfield wants you back now.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. But
It's
that is kind of
happening.
the level that I would put it on, though. Like Garnet House, like and Goldfield Hotel, like they're quite similar in the sense where we're dealing with like very, very dark entities. Hello,
Yeah.
Matt. Welcome
Hi,
to the
Matt.
chat.
Good to see you.
So
Yeah.
we're just getting started. Anybody
you.
who's just joining just now, we're just getting started with discussing our Garnet episode.
I just want to say thank you first off to all the love in this chat right now. You guys are the fucking best. Like, we didn't think anyone was going to show up for this, so this is
I actually didn't.
Really awesome. I was ready to talk to like 2 people. So this is really great. Thank you.
Yeah, and then real quick question, how did you guys meet? We met at a paranormal convention that Matt was actually at.
Yes, shout out Matt.
Shout out Matt.
Yes, we met at the Virginia City Paracon, PEX. And gosh,
Mandy thought I hated her.
Yeah, I thought she hated me. I thought a lot of people hated me. Apparently they do. It's fine.
No, they don't. No, they don't. Give me a break. This is like, I feel like out of the both of us, like everybody loves you so much. Like when we meet like in person and stuff like that, I'm always like, I really, really needed Mandy on the team because how like she talks to people is like how you're supposed to talk to people. I'm so awkward when it comes to discussing like, yeah, I am. I am. Even when like we were in Virginia City, remember that guy who came up and asked for a picture? That was really awkward.
Yo, okay, so you guys, this is the best. Okay, this is the best. So we're having breakfast. We look just trash, right? We're getting ready to leave Virginia City, and this guy comes up and he's like, "Oh my God, Jade, you're from Ghost Club," and is like so excited to meet her, and like I'm just kind of standing there.
So awkward.
And then so
this is like, before Mandy joined the team, like fully.
Yeah, this is before. This was like our first weekend that we like spent together there and hung out. And he was just like so excited to meet Jade, took a picture with her. And then he looked at me and he was like, "I recognize you too." And I was like, "Yeah, this fool's gonna say HBD, you know?" And he's like, "Nick Groff tour." And I was like,
so the Nick Groff tour, that's the guy. So Nick Groff, for those of you who don't know, he used to be in Ghost Adventures. Now he does, I don't follow this kind of stuff.
Now he's on YouTube with his wife.
So
he's got a channel with his wife. Yeah, Groff Adventures.
I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
The name, but everything else, like, I need to definitely check them out.
But
right,
yeah,
Kansas. Let's talk about it, guys. Tell me some moments. Give me some moments. What shocked you about the Garnet episode? What do you wish that we had done differently on the Garnet episode that maybe we can do on our investigation this weekend? Just anything that you guys, any comments that you have. We did go through the comments. I tried to go through as many as possible. A lot of hate on this episode, not gonna lie. I guess there was some really rude comments. I don't know where they came from, honestly. Just like personal attacks. It was very, very rude. And I, for one, do not appreciate it because it puts me in such a funk, you know? I'm not that type of person. I like can't, I don't know. I just can't mentally handle it. So please be kind. Not that the haters are even going to watch this live or anything like that. But Troll's gonna troll. That's very true.
Yeah. I know
Um,
you and I have like talked about this, and because I'm this was a lot for us, right? It was like we were so excited about this episode and putting it out, and then all of a sudden it was just all this other shit that came up with it, and
yeah.
we're very transparent people, so it was a lot of like we're faking evidence, and it was almost like nobody could fathom what we were. Listen, we were there. We couldn't even fathom what we were experiencing. I couldn't fathom what I was experiencing. And so I think that for a lot of people, it's hard to understand that. And so the first thing people do is like, it's fake. There's no way that's real because I can't fathom that. And then a lot of people took it one step further, like you were saying, and then started attacking us individually. So, um,
Yeah.
which was disappointing because I really felt like this was such an amazing episode, and there was so much that we captured, that
Yeah.
kind of just got overshadowed.
And there was also, like, it wasn't just like, well, Twin Paranormal, they went there, and I feel like a lot of people watched that episode. I had been there before, and I already knew how intense this house was. Like, we booked in again, and again, like, and I do mention this on the episode, but I had tried getting out there a couple times before, booked my flights and everything like that. And both times that I booked my flights, I had to cancel because of something. And the fact that, like, it was just, I feel like the right timing was when we done it this, like, last time, because of course, like, you were there, and I mean, we just got all that activity. It was insane, because I definitely never got that much activity 3 years ago when I visited there, and it's definitely, and I said it the second I walked into that house, like, this house is just dark. Like, it feels so different from when I was there 3 years ago. And, again, this is the first time that we ever really put our walls down and asked our protectors to take a step back. Me personally, anyway, I've never done that before. Um, I didn't bring any protection with me, nothing like that. I just went in
Mm-hmm.
there and I was like, let's just have an experience that we'll never forget. And that's what happens. Like, yeah, we definitely had an experience. Um, yeah, it was insane. And I can't, a lot of the things like, thank you, David. Really, really
Thank you.
appreciate the donation there. Thank you. I'm trying hard to like talk and keep up with the comments, but every time I see those big colorful blocks, that really catches my attention. Let's
I
see.
just want to answer. Oh, go ahead.
Check out Catherine Tucker Wyndham, W. Jeffrey, which is the reason why I like the paranormal. That's a long name. I'm going to have to go back in the chat and find that comment later so I can actually look into that. But yeah, definitely will.
No, the owner and the son were not required to investigate with us. We asked them to join us because they're such cool people, and we thought it would be fun to investigate with them at their house, and so we invited them on that investigation with us.
So, and also, like, I know that Justin in particular, because I didn't really know Austin, like, hadn't talked to Austin or anything like that before this investigation. So, but I knew with Justin, he definitely had a real personal connection with that house. And by the sounds of it, it sounds like Austin has too. But he also knows how to kind of like, I don't know if this is the right word, but kind of like work that entity. He knows how to really like rile them up and get activity out of them. So
Mhm.
that's the reason why I just was like, okay, this is our opportunity to work with somebody who knows exactly how to work this house, kind of thing. And yeah, when he was like, he like calls out the grinner and stuff like that. Like, I would never do that. And
Yeah.
it was just really interesting, and I did talk to Justin after that, and I was just like, like, I definitely learned, like, a couple things from you, like, on that investigation, and, one of them is sometimes, like, a little bit of provoking isn't necessarily the worst thing in the world if you're looking for results. If you're there to make some ghost friends, like that's totally fine. Like you don't have to do it. Like we're usually there just like chilling with the ghosts. But you know, in certain cases, that's just like, yeah, they're not gonna do anything unless you give them some sort of energy back in return. Sometimes you kind of have to make that deal with the grinner, you know, and just kind of
Exactly.
like cross your fingers and hope for the best. Yeah. Shannon, you two are such amazing people. Oh, never mind.
Oh, so sorry. Oh my gosh.
Totally fine.
I
You were totally
didn't mean
fine.
to
Thank you,
go.
Shannon. That's all I read, but that's
Thank
very sweet of you.
you.
Thank you. Yeah, so going back into the because I feel like this does need to be talked about. I'm not gonna like take up like too much time talking about it because honestly, like at this point, it is what it is. But there was a certain point in the video, and I noticed that there was a lot of people commenting on the first day that we released the episode and saying it looks like there's a string or a fishing line or something like that. And I looked back on it on my phone and it just like I could see like little almost like little pieces of like glitter coming up in between like the door frame. And I was just like, that's just dust like reflecting off my camera lens. But then the next day, like there was like more comments about that. And I'm like, I'm not seeing what they're seeing. And then that's when I looked at it like on my computer, like bigger, slowed it down and everything like that. And I was like, okay. Like it's very unfortunate, but I know exactly what they're talking about, and it does look like a little string almost. It just kind of floats by, but the more I slowed it down, the more I realized it was got picked up with the dust, and it looks like, and I'm gonna stand by this, it looks like one of my hair. Like it looks like a hair floating through the sky. Not the sky, but the door
The
frame or
sky.
whatever. The sky.
Yeah.
It looks like one of my blonde hairs floating past me, right? And yeah, and nobody reached out to me, like no debunkers or anything like that reached out to me. But I did send the one debunker reached out to me and sent me a screenshot of somebody that had reached out to him and said, like, can you check out Ghost Club's recent episode? Like, this is what I think it is. And he just asked me, like, what's this comment about? He had a look, he had some thoughts. I ended up sending him the raw footage, and that's kind of it, honestly. I don't know if that raw footage is going to get used or anything like that. I put out a community post just kind of explaining that we would never in a million years fake any evidence or anything of the sort. And that's kind of just where we're at. It's honestly, it's kind of sad, but it's so much happened on that investigation.
Yeah.
And nothing makes sense to me. Like the string, you know. I know that there's a lot of people that just don't like us. I don't know. I don't even like talking about this. It makes me so uncomfortable, Mandy. Like, I don't like talking
I
about
know.
this.
I'm ready.
I really don't care if people like us or not. You know what I mean? But I only ask that you be respectful. Like that's the biggest thing. And if you do have questions or concerns, reach out directly. Like don't do like a weird immature like behind the back, let's call these people out, but not actually knowing anything or having the answers or really looking into it and just assuming. It's that's kind of where I'm at with the whole thing. Yeah. And
I mean, at
also
the
on
end
a
of
side,
oh, go ahead.
sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
Go.
Just anybody who's here for this specific part of the live, knowing that we're going to talk about it. If you have any questions for Justin, because there was a lot of people asking me questions that I genuinely could not answer because I'm not the owner of the house. Like, why does he have the dolls a certain way? Like, and I don't know. Like, we just we just went there, and also like Justin wants people to know that they can also reach out to Justin if they have any questions or anything like that, and kind of same as me. And then just for the people that do think that me and Mandy would ever be in on pulling any strings or anything like that. You know, we're not. I'm sorry to say it. I'm sorry if that's not the
Y'all are
answer
giving
that
us
everybody's
way too
looking
much.
for.
Obviously, not the people in this chat, but like, just people are giving us way too much credit for like. I wouldn't even know where to start. Like, my brain does not work that way. Like, I genuinely wouldn't even know where to start to fake evidence. Yeah. So this whole thing's been so silly. And you know, at the end of the day, we're gonna keep doing what we love. People are
Yeah.
going to keep hating on it, and honestly, I'm totally fine with that. Like, I'm not here to make anybody like, I'm doing this for me, you know, and the people that want to come along on this journey with us. If people like us or don't like us, that's not my prerogative. That's their prerogative. Like, they got to deal with that. But I agree with you about the theory of what that could have been. I have learned in my time in this field that fishing line doesn't reflect. That's why people use it when they fake evidence, apparently. So to get a reflection like that would have to be dust, or like somebody said, spider web can cause a reflection like that, a hair. So very simple things and explanations for it. But again, you know what? People are going to believe what they want to believe. That's totally fine. We're going to keep doing what we're doing and hope that, you know, the people who do love us and support us will continue on this journey with us. And
Yeah.
you know, we're going to keep having some fucking fun and doing some investigations and, you know, just keep doing. So
Hell yeah. And it's also really interesting to me though, that ever since we put that episode out, right? Barrier Beyond, they commented, and Kelsey Davies, she commented and said that the doll fell for them as well, which is very interesting.
apparently it's that's what it does. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, there was a and then since we've been there, one other team, they were doing a Facebook Live. They also captured the doll falling off of that rocking chair specifically. So it's like, unless me and Mandy are there in Kansas, like pulling strings on everyone's investigation, like we're definitely not in on it, you know, if it ever was set up or anything like that. But at the same time, like, I genuinely really like Justin, and I felt like he was very genuine, and we spent a lot of time with Justin when we were in Kansas, and he was nothing but like nice to us. I really don't see him doing anything like that. So, and Austin for that matter, like they're just not those type of people.
Yeah.
Nor would we ever associate ourselves with those type of people, just for the record.
Yeah. 100%.
Let me get rearranged. If anybody has any questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments so we can go ahead and answer those. I should have like wrote some notes or something like that. I started writing notes. But
I will say, John, thank you for being respectful about it. Like, listen, it's totally okay to question I mean, that's what we're designed to do as humans, is to question, right? Totally fair. Like, that's great. And it's the way that, you know, going about it, like Jade said, respectfully, and just like understanding that at the end of the day, we're all human beings and there's a way to talk to people. So I appreciate you, John. Thank you.
But then also, like, this is a huge thing. I really don't want anybody's rude comments to ever overshadow how amazing that episode was, because 99% of the feedback was positive. And I mean, it really was a life-changing investigation for us.
Dude, listen, that fucking house,
Again, we were supposed to stay there at the Garnet house that night, and we did not.
That house blew, like, we had talked about this. I would love to go back there and stay multiple days and just like live and breathe in this home and just see what that does, you know, like really challenge. I actually was talking to Kelsey Davies about this, we both were like, we want to challenge ourselves. Like, we want to just fully immerse in this house and see what happens as a medium, you know?
Yeah. I definitely like, it's just an exciting house. That's the only way that I can describe it. It's scary, but it's not like, you know, I don't know, I could totally be wrong, but like I would love to just spend like 3 days complete lockdown, like don't even open a window. I don't even need any air. Like
Yeah.
unless it's to bring me food, then I'll open a window.
Yeah.
Just like put it through the window. Put it through the window.
Please feed us, please.
But yeah, no, I'm totally down to do something like that. I don't know if that's something that you guys would want to see. I know that it's pretty crazy. Like even the
Yeah.
thought of going back to Kansas, like I definitely like Sally House. Nope, never again. You know, Whiteface House, probably never again. I really don't see us going back there, or
Yeah.
me personally, anyway. And funny story, I didn't even know that we had booked in for like the Sally House until a few hours before we even got to the Sally House. And even then, like we pulled up and I like looked at the house and I was like, this doesn't look like the house that we're investigating. And you and Austin were like, no, it's like, it's there. And I was like, no. And I was like, oh, I thought we had booked the Villisca Axe murder house in Iowa. It's so stupid.
No, you didn't.
So
That's so funny.
I was not prepared for that investigation whatsoever. I'm the worst.
See, look, I'm not making this up. Fishing line doesn't reflect. Okay, I thought I was tripping. I swear I learned that on Ghost Adventures.
I don't know anything about that, but like for in the raw footage that I sent over to this debunker, it clearly shows like I walk through that door frame, I walk back out that door frame, and then the owner's hands are like in shot. You can see what everybody's doing, where everyone's standing, and then everyone's standing completely still, and then the doll falls. And yeah, if there was a fishing line, like I would have 1,000% felt it when I walked through that door frame. If there was a fishing line, the doll would have moved. You would have seen it. Like the doll would have like dragged like across the ground if it was like trapped up in one of us or something. Also, we weren't filming in night vision. Like we had our camera lights on. If there's a string attached to these dolls, you would absolutely see it reflected.
Yeah, we would not be like, here's a full light to see all the shit we're doing.
Dude, like honestly, like I've heard so many theories at this point from different people who I don't personally believe are like trustworthy like debunkers or really know what they're talking about. And also, by the way, for the record, I do watch debunking channels. It's one of like my biggest guiltiest pleasures ever. And like I'm always telling Mandy like about like the debunking community and like what like channels. It's honestly I love it. Okay. I just don't love when like I know that like Ghost Club's name is kind of like cycling through some of these people because I know for a fact that all right, I'm just gonna say it, right? I know for a fact that one of the YouTube and debunkers doesn't like, I don't know if it's me or the channel or what. I'm taking it personally though, right? So I think it's me. I think it's just me. And then I was talking to somebody who shall not be named this morning, and I think I told you this, Mandy, right? I told you about this. I think I did anyway. And I was talking to this person who is friends with people in the paranormal community, debunking community as well. And this person was saying that they were talking to their friends and they think that it was faked and their friend is a debunker. And I was like, oh, well, I'm curious, like, what was like, does he think that it was me and Mandy like acting or something like that? And he's like, yeah, like, thinks that he's just like a really good actress or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that kind of sucks. Like, Mandy's loving it. And I'm just like, please don't make me cry. Okay. Because it's fucking like, I love Ghost Club Paranormal and I love what we do. And I just don't want our names getting dragged through the mud. Don't want to be part of that whatsoever.
No.
Right. So, so then I ask him if this other guy who he knows, who's also a debunker, I was like, I'm curious, like, what's his thoughts on Ghost Club? He's like, oh, he doesn't like you guys either. I was like, oh, God damn it. I was like, seriously? Like, and it really kind of sucked. And it did hurt my feelings because I was like, I genuinely do watch debunking channels and stuff like that. And like, you know, like it just sucks because it's like, man, I actually really like your content. And now I'm finding out that you don't like me. So I guess I'll just just stop watching. I guess I'll unsubscribe. No, I'm just kidding. I would never unsubscribe. Just speaking of unsubscribing though, what was that thing like on Instagram? I'd done a little for the first time ever since I've had my Instagram. I'd done like a little like declutter of the people that I was following because I found out that you could find out who has unfollowed you. It's like it's like a thing that you go on Instagram and then it's like people who you basically talk to least, right? And then I clicked it and then noticed that all these people, I would click on their pages because I'd be like, oh, I forgot I used to talk to that person all the time. And then I'll click on them and then only to realize that they unfollowed me. And I'm like, why? And I'm like, looking at our messages.
Jade,
like looking at our messages, like, but we left. Like, but we were like, we never argued, like nothing like that. And I messaged Mandy and I was like, all of these people, so many people have unfollowed me. And she was like, oh yeah, I unfollow people all the time. And I'm like, no. And she's like, yeah, like I unfollow people all the time. I'm like, I've never unfollowed anybody ever. Unless it's like if we get into an argument, then it's just automatic block list. It's not like unfollow or anything, it's just automatic block. Yeah, so I just thought that was funny.
Oh my god, I'm the worst. I like my algorithm to hit a certain way. So sometimes I gotta, you know.
Thank you, Paranormal Theory, everyone else who's donated. Sorry, I've not been keeping up with the chat, but you guys are absolutely amazing. Over 269 people watching right now, which is again crazy because it's 9 o'clock at night in California, so it's got to be crazy times for everybody else.
I want to answer some of these questions that were paid.
Yeah, I was just
fucking great, by the way. Desert Holly, I know you missed it, but we met at a paranormal convention, and then time went by and we never talked again. And then fate happened and
wait. We actually didn't first meet at the paranormal convention.
Yes, that's
I
true.
always forget about that. Always forget
that's
about
true.
that.
Yeah. We met on you tell the story, girl.
Okay, so Mandy was part of another paranormal investigation team called Hollywood Paranormal Detectives. Shout out, go check them out. Watch old OG Mandy do some investigative work. But she was with that team. And then they had a video podcast that you can actually watch on their YouTube channel. It is still up, and me and Mandy watched it like a couple of months ago together for the first time. And yeah, Mandy like interviewed me right before we'd done the paranormal convention, and I had forgot all about it. And so for like the past year, we've just been telling people, yeah, we met at the paranormal convention. And then it struck us like a couple months ago, like, no, like, I was like, no, wait, I was on your podcast, no? And we watched it back. So you can actually, no joke, you can actually watch the moment me and Mandy meet for the very first time. It's crazy. It's a lot of fun. It's so bad. Just to like, it's so awkward looking back at that and just being like, wow, like we just didn't know each other. We literally didn't know each other. That's crazy to think about.
Yeah, dude. And then, fast forward the convention and then fast forward some months and you were supposed to go to do an investigation. A group pulled out last minute. Somebody else invited me without telling you, but you made it work. And then it just ended up being like a match made in heaven. And
I kind of had to make it work. As I said, I'm really not a controversial person, right? So like if I've invited someone on an investigation and then I'm like, oh, like these people, the people that were supposed to be coming with me, they dropped out. So I'm going to look for somebody else. And then that other person takes it upon themselves to invite their friend instead. I can't say like, no, like that was Mandy. I can't say like, no, you're not inviting your friend. I'm going to invite my friends, because my friends were the one that dropped out. So I just was like, okay. And I'm glad. I'm very glad. I feel like even if that never happened, we would have definitely linked up again somehow, someplace, somewhere. Okay. Mystery
Mystery
Man.
Man.
Why do you think paranormal shows have taken off on YouTube? Like growing wise? I don't know.
I think he means like popular. Like, why is it so popular to watch it on YouTube?
Yeah. So I honestly don't really know. I don't really watch many YouTube paranormal investigators or shows.
I personally think it's because you can pump out so much content for free, right? Whereas like, um, you know, I don't know. Personally, I like what's that? What? How am I trying to explain this? I like being able to just watch episode after episode, like binge, and I can do that on YouTube, where I can't necessarily do that on TV. Like I have to wait for the next episode to come out, and I just feel
Yeah.
like there's just so much more of it on YouTube, and that's why it's so popular.
I rarely watch TV. Like if I watch anything, it's on
Live,
YouTube. What do you mean live?
live, you're live.
I really
I
don't.
watch TV with you, girl.
Yeah, when we're like hungover on the couch, maybe, but that's about it.
Yeah.
It's like the only time I'll watch TV, which is maybe I can maybe like find time to drink like once every 3 months now. So that's sad. It's really sad. I wish I had a beer right now. Speaking of, by the way,
Sad.
the the paranormal YouTube channel's taken off. This is crazy, right? So, as a lot of you guys know, and this was a question earlier as well, I am uh, a paraprofessional, and that's not anything to do with the paranormal. I work in an elementary school, and I work with children with autism, and like fourth, fifth, and sixth grade. And there's so many funny moments. Like I do love what I do, by the way. And but recently, so the kids are about like 10, 11 years old, right? And only this week, one of the kids, he was on his laptop and he was like, "Hey, look!" And he was like, "Miss Jade," and they don't know what I do, by the way. Oh gosh, that would be absolutely terrifying if they found out, because I would never hear the end of it. But one of them turned around and was like, "Hey, look, Miss Jade, this is Sam and Kobe. Do you know who Sam and Kobe are?" And I was like, "You're watching Sam and Kobe?" And he was like, "Yeah, you know, they just went to the Conjuring house." And like, just like in the back of my head, I'm like, oh my gosh, like just like a month ago when Justin brings in like the Conjuring house mirror and like you're doing the whole like closing session and like passing the little girl on through the mirror in the Garnet episode. And it's just like, it's crazy that like these kids don't know like anything about my life,
They have
you
no
know?
idea.
And then the next day, one of the kids turned around to me and said, "I was watching Ghost Adventures last night." And I was like, "You were watching Ghost Adventures?" He's like, "Yeah." And then he had to like write, there was a question in class that was like, if you could be somebody for a day, who would you be and why? And he wrote that he would want to be part of the Ghost Adventures crew, and he wants to go ghost hunting. Anyway, it's like the craze right now. Like kids love ghost hunting. And I'm just like, it really brings me like back to like this place of like, am I cool? Like, am I
That's
cool?
cool.
No, it's just really, really cool to be like just seeing like this little generation of possible future like investigators. And I really do hope that it gets more popular. Obviously, the more popular it gets, the more fakery will be happening though.
Oh,
So
for
we're all gonna
sure,
have to
for
figure out
sure.
how to deal with that.
Yeah.
Um, but at the same time, I think that it's really, really cool that people are into it. And I know I'm talking a lot, but a lot of when I first started off this channel, I was scared to tell people what I'd done because I really thought I was going to get a lot of judgment for it. But honestly, the more people that I've met and told them what I do, like people are so open to it. And most of those people, like 97% of those people, have their own ghost story that they've never been able to share before because they don't know who to talk to about that kind of
Yeah.
thing. So it's cool to be that kind of support for them as well. So
Yeah.
yeah, so that was a really
I love
long
that.
answer to your question. I'm
No.
sorry.
And I put this, no, because this one right here says that they would love to see you investigate a children's hospital, because seeing Jade's teacher heart come out around children is the best. I love that. And thank you for the donation. Holy shit.
Oh my gosh. I am so sorry. I thank you guys. Oh my gosh, that's so nice of you. And I'm seeing we have another few donations come in. Like, that's insane. Really, really from the bottom of our hearts, we thank you guys. Yeah, this is amazing.
The children do like Jade a lot. The demons like me, the children like her. It works.
Hey, I don't know. This Kansas series, though.
Yeah.
You guys have no
turn of events here. Turn of events.
Have no freaking idea. Whew. Again, that was a rough one for me. The whole Kansas trip. The Garnet house was probably the most fun. Let's just put it that way.
So fun. Somebody had commented in here. Where is it? They had a timestamp, and they said that the dolls moved at the top of the stairs at a certain point, and they wanted to know if we had seen it.
The dolls move at the top of the stairs.
Well, yeah, I have to. They gave a timestamp of like 13:10 or something. Gosh, I'm so sorry, I can't find that freaking message. But somebody had asked if we had seen that, and I don't remember that. So now I gotta look for that. Which is pretty cool.
I really hope that I'm pretty sure we can go back and read all these comments later, right? Because I want to go through every single person's comment. We have a comment from Jason Taylor saying, "Why don't we invite these debunkers out on these investigations? I'm game."
We do.
Yeah, like we have.
Come with us.
We have. Yeah. I would say, like, would you say that, like, Matt?
Okay, so Matt. That's what I was just gonna say. Our Cosmopolitan Hotel episode that we did for my birthday, we invited Matt 2 episodes ago. We invited Matt and Helena, and Matt, I would say, is very, very, very much on that end of skeptic, right? Like he just, it takes a lot to be proven to him. And so it was cool having him along because he had a lot of experiences with us. And he was like, he even said, his words, not mine, like, I need to do more investigations with you guys. Like, this is crazy. So I would say he's the only one so far that's really like joined us out of that whole, I would consider, community.
Yeah, I done an investigation. I did an investigation with Derek from Ghosting Paranormal. Sorry, Derek, if you're listening.
Thank you.
Dang, sorry. I think that's the name of the channel. Anyway, but I done an investigation with him, and he is super skeptic. And we done the miner's cabin, and we had a lot of fun, like a lot of fun. But I will say this is the second we began that investigation, something had happened, right? And it was like, I asked for a sign. I got a sign. Like something like fell on the roof, and there was no trees around or anything like that. And it's a tin roof, and you could clearly hear it sounded like a rock getting thrown on the tin roof. So give me another sign if that is you. Then the candle lit up that never lights up, the static candle. And I was like, whoa, like this never happens.
Yeah.
And he was like, hold on. If you're here, like, and then he asked like another question and was like, can you do this? And then I was just like, well, here's the thing is like, you don't want to like push it too much, if that makes sense. But you could tell that he was very, very skeptical, and he was making excuses for every single thing. But you know what? Fair, because he probably thought the same thing about me, but on the other side is like, she thinks everything is paranormal. So, but like the biggest thing that like I had to ask of him was just like, please don't shoot things down so fast. Like, let's just ask the questions that we need to ask. Then at the end of the investigation, we can kind of like reel it back in and like go over like what we captured and stuff. But don't shoot things down so fast at the beginning of an investigation, because energy is everything. Like, I'm sorry, if I was a ghost and I went and, you know, there's somebody talking to me and it's like, give me a sign, I'd give them a sign. I'm like, give me one more sign, I'd give them a sign on cue. And they say, gives me another sign, I'd be like, I'm out.
Yeah.
You know? So, but yeah, we got some really interesting pieces of evidence, but I would also really like to go back there with you, particularly, Mandy, because the way that we work together is just like we've found this, like, I don't know how to describe it, but it works. Like, whatever we have together, like, we found this sweet spot.
Oh
And
yeah, I
yeah,
agree.
I'm
And
pretty
I think
confident.
that's something that I like want to touch on because I feel like that's such a big thing is just kind of this underlying disbelief that we're able to get what we're able to get. Um, and we've always talked about this. It comes down to your energy, right?
Yeah.
Spirit is never like people want to. Okay, so a lot of people go into it. They're like, I'm gonna be cool, calm, collected. I'm not gonna be the person that screams and blah blah blah. And nothing happens to them. It's because spirit feeds off of energy, right? So the more that you put out, the more expressive you are, the more scared you are. All of that is what they can work with that, and they're going to take that, use that, and a lot of times they'll give you something in return for it. You know, like equal energy exchange. And so I feel like one, we're both very open people. We both have sensitivities. Um, and we have found that sweet spot with our energy where, you know, we can walk into a building and the activity will just turn on for us. And I'm not saying that to be like egotistical or anything, but that's something that we've learned together. And it doesn't even necessarily happen with other people for me. It's just whenever I'm with Jay, there's just something about our energies and the way that we react that just works, you know? Um, and so I just wanted to touch on that because I think that there's this, I don't know, I've seen some people say, like, I've seen some comments, you know, like too dramatic, you know, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, well, first off, I'm a very dramatic person in general. Like I'm just,
Drama.
I drama all the time. Um, like I genuinely get scared during ghost hunting and all that stuff. Like that, none of that's fake. Like that is me just being me. But again, spirits feed off of that. You know, they need that energy. And if you go in there and you act like you're the shit and nobody's business and you're going to be cool, you're not going to get stuff. You know, you're just not. Spirit's not going to work with that. So
Yeah.
I just like needed to touch on that because there's just weird like stigma with that. And I don't know. I just had to say
Yeah.
something about it.
No, that's totally true. Sorry, I was trying to catch up with the comments and listen at the same time. But that's also like Mandy knows this, but on an investigation, like I do not sit on an investigation. I don't really believe in sitting on an investigation. So when we were at the Garnet house and I sat down next to the doll, and tried to, but that was more to just kind of get on like a child's level kind of thing like that.
Yeah.
And then when we got out of that room, and then we got to the room where the attic is, like that one with the ladders in it, and we kept on getting told to like sit. And I made a comment. I was like, I don't sit for anybody, you know, like you better make this good
Yeah.
if you want us to sit. But it's true. Like, I really don't like sitting because I feel like, well, first off, who wants to watch an investigation where everyone's just sitting like as still as possible and like I don't know. I don't even know what you do.
Yeah.
Like I like to be like moving about. I like to be given that energy at all times. And
Mhm.
I've found that that's helped immensely in my investigations. Um, it really helps. So that's like a little piece of advice for anybody who is doing like paranormal YouTube or not even for YouTube, but just paranormal investigations in general. It's just bring that energy and
Yes.
like you
Yes.
will get results. You will get
Yes.
results.
Move
Yeah.
around, feel, allow yourself to feel it and enjoy it and have fun with it because
The
shit's gonna
the
happen.
worst thing you can do on an investigation is close yourself off. Trust me. There's been times when I've been on investigations and I'm so scared that I close myself off, and then it's just like nothing happens, you know?
Yeah.
It's yeah, because the walls are down. I'm just like, I'm just not in it, you know? What are you laughing at, Mandy?
Oh, the mystery man. I also sleep with the overhead light on. Bro,
Oh my gosh.
I am so scared of the dark.
It's the worst. I had to get Mandy a nightlight for Christmas. Because
Which I
every
use everywhere now.
dude, every single time, like we talked about this on our New Year's special episode that we done, but Mandy, we share a room like all the time. I mean, there's been times where we've even like got separate rooms and we sleep in the same room after an
Yeah.
investigation. Yeah, it's crazy. But Mandy always sleeps with like the overhead light on, which is absolutely psychotic because she doesn't do dark,
No, I don't.
especially
I gotta
after
have
an
a lamp. A
investigation.
lamp. Oh,
But like, no, but
unless
if there isn't a lamp,
there's no lamp, I have to do overhead
yeah, and
or
she sleeps with
flashlight.
the TV on, with the volume on as well. And I am sleeping next to her with my earplugs in, my blindfold on. Like, I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to see anything. I need to be in pitch dark. So yeah, I bought her a nightlight. But remember, oh my God, this just unlocked a memory for me, Mandy. Remember when we were in Kansas and like just recently, and you were sleeping with the nightlight on that I'd got you. And when you would wake up, it was different colors.
Yes. Okay. I'm so okay.
And
So
that's
this
never happened with this
happened
nightlight
twice now.
before.
Now it's happened twice. So yeah, in Kansas, I slept with the nightlight on, and in order for it to change, like you have to physically press the button for it to change colors. And I woke up and it was it was like multicolored, and I was like, dude, somebody fucking touched it. Like somebody changed it. And then this happened when I was in Arizona. I brought the nightlight with me. Thank God, because this one room didn't have a lamp. Like who's put a fucking lamp in a room?
It's not a
Rude.
hotel, I
And
want to
so
say it.
it was an Airbnb, and this place was like super historic. I mean, it was old, but I felt good about the energy there. I was like, I feel so comfortable in this room. My lamp turned off in the middle of the night, and I woke up because it was pitch black, and I was like, oh my God, maybe it died. No, that thing was full battery. And I was like, oh, and again, to turn it off, you have to physically hold it down,
Yeah.
let it dim, and then off. So
Yeah.
now they're just messing with me. I know
I
I'm
have
scared.
a fun story. So I've not talked about this. Like I don't think I've ever talked about this really on the channel. Oh, maybe a little bit. But so my house is like definitely haunted, right? I moved into this house 2 summers ago, so not last summer, the one before. And without going into too much detail, there's the previous owner who used to live here. I believe he's still here. And we've had mainly activity in the guest bathroom. That's where like Mandy's bathroom when she comes to stay.
Yeah.
And I actually ended up getting rid of the shelves that were in that bathroom just recently because every single time like we had like vases on the shelves and they would always like fly off the shelves constantly. So, which also, by the way, reminds me, since I'm talking about it, the doll at the Garnet house that has fell off the chair like multiple times, I do also believe that to be paranormal, only because I've had that personal experience, like the repetitiveness happen like that in my house. So that's where I stand on that. But yeah, so when was it? October, when my brother and his partner were staying with me. Um, there was like all this weird activity was picking up in my house. It always does when we have guests. It's super quiet when I'm in the house by myself. Anytime guests are over, they kind of like stay a little while, start to like outstay their welcome a little bit, not to me, but
Yeah.
like to the spirit. That's when things kind of get crazy. They always mess with guests, right? So this little light that you see behind me here, there,
Yeah.
it's like a little
Touch.
touch light, and it's only one little button that you touch, and it'll like make the light go on or off or turn it brighter or lower. And basically, activity was happening. My brother was getting really, really freaked out. Mandy didn't know anything that was going on. I messaged Mandy and I said, hey, Mandy, can you please tap into the energy in my house right now? Never told her what it was about or anything, but please just tap into the energy of my house. And she said, the previous owner, he's there and he's upset that your brother, and she was like, I know this sounds really, really rude. And she was like, but I swear it's not me saying this. But your brother and his partners outstayed their welcome there, and he's getting a little bit upset, and he's getting upset about the mess of the bathroom specifically, that they're leaving their stuff around. And it was becoming a problem. My brother was there for like a month, and they had bought so much stuff, and it was piling up in the room, in the bathroom. And so yeah, my brother was like, oh, we're going to go and clean up the bathroom right now before we go to bed. So they cleans up all the bathroom. They go into their bedroom. They lay down. Then all of a sudden, that lamp is in their room. All of a sudden, I was in the living room, and I just hear like screaming. And his partner runs out, and he's like, Jade, you have to come into the bedroom right now. And I go into the bedroom, and my brother is literally like, he's like in bed, and he's like, that light just turned on by itself. And he was like, that light just turned on by itself. And I was like, that's so creepy, because it's a touch light. It's not plugged in or anything like that. You have to physically touch it.
Yeah.
And that was the only time that ever happened. And he was so scared. And I was like, listen. And like, we talked about it, me and you. And we were like, that's clearly just like the ghost in my house being like, thank you. It's just a thank you. Like, you cleaned up the bathroom. Thank you. So I don't even know why I started telling that story.
No, it's okay. It's a good one.
The light thing. But that light is in your room when you stay here, and it's never turned on or off for you.
No.
But I will say, when Mandy comes to my house, shit goes crazy. And it's always when Mandy's like coming over. I think last time you came over, I have this really weird thing that I never thought I would ever share on the internet, but here we are. I have like little miniatures. I like to buy little miniatures off eBay and place them in my plant pots around the house. Right? So I have this miniature horse, and it was actually the owner of the Poltergeist house that I'd done an episode on. She gave me this tiny little horse, and I put it in my plant pot in my kitchen. And last time before Mandy came over, this horse just literally jumped out of the plant pot and like landed like across the kitchen counter, and it freaked like all the pets out. They were all like around me, and they were all like, oh, what the hell was that? I was like, Mandy, they're getting worked up again. It's crazy.
I think what happens is like I come over and all my people come over with me. And then all your people at your house are like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, no, totally.
A big mess.
Absolutely. Sorry, I missed a lot of the chat because I was chatting. I should be winding down right now, and I'm just amping up. But thank you. Thank you, Noah, Pro Gamer, for your donation. I really appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jimmy J. Jim. What's up?
That's a name right there. That's how you do it.
This is actually bringing the Mandy pod to your house.
You know what? I've put the only time the REM pod has ever went off in my house is in that bathroom. Other than that, though, the REM pods never went off. Andrew's asking when we're planning on going to Australia.
I mean, I could be there next week. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, with these blooming donations, we could be.
These donations, we got half a plane ticket right there.
Seriously.
Oh my god.
Jade, I know or feel you've had a hard life. Maybe I should put these up. I don't know how to. Do I just do show?
Yeah.
Jade, I know or feel you've had a hard life. Bullying, I've gone through that myself. It knocked me down. Depression, that is. Interesting. I was bullied a lot. I had to move high school because I got bullied so bad. But just always by like the way I dressed. My brother is gay, and like that automatically made me a lesbian, apparently. I know I do give off lesbian vibes, though, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I understand, okay?
No, that's fine.
But back in the day, like, I didn't know how to handle that. Like, now if somebody said that to me, I'd be like, there's literally no problem with that. Like, there's no issues with somebody's sexual orientation. Like, that to me now is just like crazy. And it's so sad that people deal with that. And
Yeah.
yeah, like lots yeah, it's a lot. I was very strange. Like I was always into the paranormal as well. I was the person that taught my friends how to do Ouija boards, things like that. I understand if parents didn't want me around. Like I get it.
Sad.
Yeah, but I'm really sorry that you dealt with that. And you know, I see that's one of the reasons why I don't like talking about my work too much. I don't like meshing those two worlds together. But like if I
Yeah.
have to be honest, like that's one of the reasons why I work with kids is because I never had a teacher. I actually feel like I was actually a little bit bullied by teachers as well. It was ridiculous. Um, but yeah, just to have like somebody there that they can like, you know, talk openly and honest with. Somebody who actually cares what they have to say as well. That's like a huge thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
so thanks for that. It's good point bringing that up. Yeah, love that you both have family members show up in investigations. Yeah, they're definitely always there with us. I talk about my grandparents a lot on investigations, but Mandy's are like equally there. And they're always showing up on investigations too. It's really cool. And we actually believe that they like team up together and kind of fight the darkness together. It's a cool thought.
Love it.
Yeah.
Grandparents coming in hot.
If you guys have any questions, now is a really good time to ask them.
I have not. Okay, I have been dying to get to a Civil War battlefield to investigate. That is a dream. Dream.
Mandy's obsessed with anything Civil War.
That's
Abraham
right.
Lincoln. Oh, uh, yeah, you just love presidents in general. Like your whole entire kitchen it's crazy. I can't even describe it. I'm like trying to think about like how I could even describe this, and I can't. Like it's a mad woman's house. You go in there, she has pictures of the presidents and Civil War stuff like everywhere. Calendars, magnets, like
Okay,
freaking
do you want to
jugs
hear
and
why? Do you want
plates.
to hear why? Let me share why.
It's good
So
crazy. But yeah.
this is a good so just a little fun fact, like Jade has been talking about, I am a Civil War antique collector, and I have a lot of antiques, and then just memorabilia of the Civil War, right? Just some fun stuff. And that's because I have a past life with the Civil War, and I was a Union soldier, and I died during the Battle of Antietam. For all my nobody's gonna understand, right? But anyways, I died because I took my own life. So I suffered a massive leg injury on the battlefield, and then I took my life. And I am almost making up for the fact that I never got to celebrate that the Union actually won the Civil War. I never made it to that point, right? Because I took myself out before. So now it's almost like I'm getting that chance to actually celebrate and like enjoy the fact that I technically won in the Union. So like the first time that I had seen that Abraham Lincoln had visited Antietam after the fact, like I was just like, wait, he made it there? Like it was just weird. It's that weird past life. For people who know your past lives and understand, this will make sense to you. So now I'm just making up for it by being able to celebrate it and collect all this stuff. And it started with one piece and then it turned into two. And next thing you know, I've spent thousands of dollars on antiques. So now I can't stop. So that's my story.
I love it. And I also, Mandy also does past life regression sessions. Like you can actually like conduct those. So I think that it would be interesting. It doesn't really fall into like our paranormal investigations, like the episodes that we put out on the channel. But I would like to just have you do one for me, just because we are so connected at this point that I really truly feel like confident that I don't know. We'll see.
We should do like a legit one and like record it, film it.
Do it on a live.
Do it on a well, if everybody's got like 3 hours to spare, we could do it on a live, because so my past life regressions are not for the faint of heart. It's a journey. I don't, so I can tell you about your past life, but I like people to go through it and witness it themselves. So what I do is I drop people into a trance, and then I jump into their past life with them, and we work through your past life together. So I help guide you through it so you can experience who you were, what you did, what it looked like, what it felt like. And that can take anywhere from 20 minutes to, I've had sessions as long as 3.5 hours. So it's a journey. So it'd be really cool to like either do it live if people are willing, or film it or something.
Interesting. Yeah, I think that it would be worth getting into, but we've also talked about this as well, as like I'm an Aries, and anybody else who shares an Aries sign, we're known to be one of the younger souls on earth, if that makes sense. Probably not had many past lives. I don't feel like I've had any like past lives. I did do like, oh, this is such an old video. Did I take it down? I can't remember. Guys, I'm so sorry. I'm getting like really bad at that. Just like being like, I want to forget that part of my life, because I properly broke down. I done like a past life regression session and uploaded it. Again, I can't remember if it's on the channel or not, but it was horrible. Like I like broke down and all this stuff, but I don't think I really had any other like paranormal like past life anything. I don't know. I just feel like I'm a very new soul.
I would say you're a newer soul too, but you definitely have had at least one or two.
Yeah, I would like to see if the other one, because I do think that like the past life that she brought me back to, it was like like 1950s. And you know what was really weird about that was like when she took me up to the moment of like my death, and it was like she was asking me, like, I'm not amazing at math or anything like that by any means, but she was like, okay, now we're going to put you like 8 years into the future, or like 5 years into the future, or I'm going to take you back 3 years into the future. Now we're going this many years. And she's like, how, and she's like, what's the year? And I tell her the year, or like, no, she says, how old are you? And I tell her like, I'm whatever, like 87 or something like that when I die. And when I was editing that episode, I thought up to that moment, this doesn't make any sense, because I would have died when I was born already, like alive in this life. But when I'd done like the math and stuff like that, it turns out that it was like I died 1 month before I was born, like this in this life. So I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Mandy, I think you're frozen.
I'm frozen. Wow.
I don't know why this is so funny to me.
Help, I'm trapped.
I didn't know if you could just like do that. I didn't know if you could just like pause yourself and like you just walked up and left from my story or something.
How do I get out of here? Oh no.
Stop.
Oh, I have the spinning wheel of death.
Mandy, this is not good for you right now. All right, let's take some more questions whilst Mandy loads. Again, thank you guys for all your donations.
I really wanted to talk about that and just talk about how past life regressions can be so healing. But never mind. Just keep going without me. The show must go on.
Well, dude, we have so many donations. Like, it's insane. Like,
hey, hold on. Can you drop me out? Can you remove me and maybe I can re-add myself?
Okay, we'll try that. Okay, I've removed Mandy. I'm gonna remove her until she's ready. I'll wait until she pops up on my screen. Again, new to all this streaming stuff. I'm actually crying. I don't know why I find it so funny. I just feel like it's such like a Mandy thing, you know, it could only really happen to her. It's just so unfortunate when you freeze on a live. How embarrassing. Oh my gosh. Feels so quiet now. I'm gonna read some of these again. Like, thank you. Okay, so walk. We'd love to see you guys go to an abandoned town village for a week or two and see what happens when you spend a long time in one location. What's really interesting is so my stepmom, she lives in America and she owns a few properties, and she actually like bought a little ghost town in California. So and it's got like a few buildings and stuff like that in it, and we've been like talking about maybe going there to like film something there. And but I want to like do more, I want to look into like the actual history and like uncover like the stories behind this place. But it does have its own like water well there and stuff like that. It's crazy. So um maybe that's something that we could do. We might have to wait until after summer though, because it's like desert. There's like scorpions and stuff. She's back. Can we hear you? You're there. Okay, yeah, you're here.
What the fuck?
Oh my gosh, Mandy, that was so embarrassing. I like wouldn't even sleep tonight if I were you. Awkward.
Dude.
I'm kidding.
Our first fucking live, and I'm just like,
you're totally good. GCP and Paranormal Theory collab at Gettysburg.
Listen.
No, we're actually really down. We have a
Don't
few friends
tease
that are
me.
going to Gettysburg this summer as well. We've been invited to do that, but you know, summers are kind of difficult for me because I'm off work for like 2.5 months. So that's why like we try and get as many investigations filmed before summer, so like I can just basically like hibernate the entire summer. I don't do well in the sun. So if I can just like stay in all summer and just edit and push episodes out, like I'm perfectly happy with that. Just not spend any money. And yeah.
No, I agree.
But Gettysburg for sure, like it's on our list. So excited to do that one day. And you actually have a contact at Gettysburg as well. So
I do.
yeah.
It'd be really cool.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Let's see. I'm just taking questions at this point. So anybody, because we've already talked a bit about the Garnet episode. Like if you haven't checked it out, obviously go and check it out. It's like definitely my top two for sure. Maybe even number one. Actually, I think it is
100%.
number one. It was just such a fun investigation.
It's just such a crazy
What are
investigation.
your East Coast buds is saying, what's your thoughts about Pisces and past lives? I don't really know what that means, but I think that's more a question for you, Mandy.
Where?
I just brought it up. What are your thoughts?
Oh shit. I'm doing really well. So Pisces are the most sensitive of the zodiac sign. We're also, because we're technically the last of the zodiac sign, or of all of them, we're the astral sign. So we're very like whimsical, and we're always in the clouds, and we do a lot of dream work and things like that. So it's said that Pisces they tend to be, a lot of Pisces are psychic mediums and healers and all of that. So I'm not surprised that Pisces would be more connected to their past lives as well, just based off of their sign. Like me.
Interesting. Should we do like a see how compatible Pisces and an Aries is? Should we look that up real fast?
Oh my god, I should look that up. It's not great, but it can be great.
I'm going to turn my microphone off for a second.
My spiritual animal is a dragon. There's that bad boy right there. That's my spiritual animal.
It says Aries and Pisces love compatibility. Hold on.
Love compatibility, everybody.
I accidentally looked up love compatibility. But if we were, for just in case you were wondering, our love compatibility is they can be both friends and lovers. offering mutual assistance to one another. The pusher Aries and the gentler Pisces can make good romantic pair because water can control a roaring wildfire, while fire can warm up cold water. Ooh.
Oh, spooky.
That's how we work. Like, that's genuinely how we work.
No, that's true. That's true.
It's
But
very
you
true.
just gotta be careful because sometimes the fire wants to just be like, ah,
Well,
and the water's
sometimes
just
we
like,
have to.
ah.
Well, sometimes we have to be careful because the water's just like,
And the
and the
fire's
fire's just trying to like, ah. This just
See?
basically described our
It's great.
relationship right there.
Sometimes it's ah, and sometimes it's ah. You just never know what you're gonna get.
Never know.
Oh gosh, I can't believe 250 people are staying
Watching this
on
shit. I know.
strong to watch this. This is great.
Yeah, those are the people that I
Ooh.
want on like when the apocalypse happens. These are the people that can endure all.
Oh my gosh. You guys, I could go off about zodiac signs all fucking day.
Yeah, you know what? I genuinely I find it really, really interesting. Like, I don't really do the whole zodiac sign thing. Like, but when I do hear like you talk about it, and then like Austin from the Garnet episodes, he's the co-owner now. Um, yeah, he talks about like life paths and stuff like that, and like what numbers mean, and it's all so new and it's so interesting. So I want to know, like, I don't know. I don't know. I just find it really interesting.
Yeah, I can talk about. Yeah, we can talk about it.
Thank you, Mark, for your
Thank you, Mark.
donation. Really
We
appreciate
appreciate
that.
you. Scorpios. I love my Scorpios. Let's see.
I feel like the people who I got along with most are Cancers. Like, I genuinely feel like, yeah.
That
I
makes
feel like
sense.
yeah.
Cancers are a little bit of a spicier water. Cancers are the like they're just like a good spicy water.
Yeah, we like good spicy water.
It's a good spicy water. I have like my metaphors for all the signs. So, but yeah, so that would make sense why y'all would get along a little bit better.
I know, as Paranormal Theory just said, people don't like my sign Leo. What do we think about Leos? Because
Leo gang. Yeah, Leos are great.
you know, it's so funny, like, and I love you guys at Paranormal Theory, but it is so funny, like, because that's like one sign that I've noticed that I really don't get along with. No, but I get along with everybody, but like,
so
yeah.
Okay,
I think it's because
I'm not gonna use this metaphor, but why do you
stop.
think it is?
Why do I think it is? Okay,
Yeah.
there's a reason, because I feel like Leos are, oh my god, I feel no offense to anybody who's a Leo, like, seriously, take this with a grain of salt, but again, because I don't know anything about zodiac signs, but from like what I've learned or like experienced, should I say, is that I feel like Leos can be a little bit self-centered. Is that like the right kind of word? They seem to like talk about themselves a lot and don't really care about, like, they don't ask like what's your story or that. But this is the reason why I don't think that we get along, is because Aries can kind of be like that too. So it's like if you're both just having a conversation about me, then it's like you're gaining nothing from that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
But I
it's
try.
true.
Yeah, I'm always constantly like,
Leos are the star of the show. All right. Leos are the star of the show.
and Aries wants to be.
And Aries wants to be. Aries, I have a lot of familiarity with Aries. They're just stubborn AF. But Leos are great
Here's me
because
trying to come through the water again.
Leos make the world go round. They are the star of the show. They have what's called the Leo effect, where it's just what they say is just what it is, and nobody could ever change that.
I
But
would
I really
love
like
to live like that.
it's great. But also again though, you guys, this gets so much. We could do a whole fucking series on astrology here because this gets so much deeper because it really depends on your three main signs, right? Your sun, your moon, and your rising. We always talk about sun, but your moon is your emotional body. So that's going to be your big ticket. Like, how well do you get along with people? It's going to be based off of your moon for sure. We should do, I like that. What's the most prevalent sign of our viewers? I would love to know who is our top, you know?
I want to know where my Aries people are at. That's such an Aries thing to say. I
Aries
only
roll
care about the
call.
Aries in the chat. I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. Again, like I'm not one of those people that I just like to kind of like take the piss out of it a little bit. But like I also respect it, but at the same time, I just don't feel like zodiac signs can actually define a person's full. And like as you said, there is so much more to it. Like if you do like a needle chart, those things are like way like accurate. So just saying that like somebody is this sign and this is their most like this is who they are as a person, like there's so
But
much
sometimes though, it's just fucking it's spot on.
Yeah. Sometimes
know.
it can be spot on.
This right here. that just
Is that a Virgo thing to say?
Yeah. That's a very Virgo thing. No. Yeah, Ryan is the Leo paranormal theory for sure. He is the star of the shore. The star of the show, excuse me.
The star of the shore.
Star
we have
sure.
Cancer. Sagittarius.
Libras are interesting. Libras are a good sign. It's more of the internal battle that I see with Libras. So like as a friend, phenomenal. But I just seen way too many Libras just struggling so hard internally. Let's see. Oh, we got a strong-headed Aries in here. That's what's up.
The reason this is what I've heard anyways, the reason why Aries are like the sign is the ram, and this is very accurate for me, is the reason why their animal is the ram is because the ram will constantly ram its head into a wall, no matter if it's not even falling down. They'll just keep on like ramming their heads into the wall. And that's and like expecting different results. So that's interesting because I do definitely like I relate to that for sure. Like when other signs would go around the wall. Look at me talking like I know zodiac signs. I don't know anything.
Geminis get the most hate of all the zodiac signs. Geminis because they're the two-faced sign technically. They get the most hate because Geminis they're air, right? So they're just like logical all the fucking time, head up in the clouds. They tend to be a little bit more self-absorbed, self-centered in the best way. And I can say this because I'm a Gemini rising. So this is true. Most people, when they first meet me or see me before talking to me, they'll automatically like not like me. That's a very Gemini thing. Geminis just give off a different energy, so to say. But they get so much hate. They're not that bad. Well, they're not that bad. I'll just say that. Oh.
Yeah, so Mystery Man just posted this. Sorry, I missed that. So he's asking, he can't explain why he's got this absolutely evil feeling off of somebody. So like this person's giving off really like evil vibes.
I
But
love
everyone
this.
else is fine with him. Okay. This is a really interesting one actually. But you go ahead.
No. Go.
No, I'm just saying that like I've had that feeling for sure. Actually, I've had that. I was kind of just talking about this today. Like I've had this feeling about a couple of paranormal investigators. Sorry to say. And with like by meeting them and just being like, "Ooh, this person's off." Like there's just something weird with this person. And I don't know like what their energy they're like harvesting or something like that. But these are also two investigators that don't investigate anymore. And they have been like basically cancelled from the paranormal community. And I wouldn't go as far as saying like they're evil, but like definitely that feeling like why does everybody love them? Because maybe it's just like a power kind of thing, like oh these people are popular, like so we all want to be friends with that person, or this person's going to help us like build our channel or whatever. But it never ever sat well with me. And then just to now know that like these people like aren't doing paranormal anymore, thank God. Um, but yeah, it's just like I feel like everybody will soon, if that person really is evil, everybody will realize that sooner or later. Like that's not something that they can gain from for much longer. So
Yeah. I completely agree with that. Completely.
Sorry, I'm just reading these.
I know, we got a lot of
I know. I just want to squeeze in as many questions as possible. We'll switch from like the Zodiac thing. That was a really good conversation though. And I definitely appreciate everybody joining in for that conversation. It was really cool to kind of, I don't know, have like Zodiac wars.
I mean, listen.
Everybody has to stand strong for their Zodiac sign. Oh,
everyone be proud of who you are.
No, I would never date my own.
No, big hard pass. Y'all, could you imagine me with another Pisces? Oh my God.
You guys would just cry together all the
You would
time.
just cry.
So my fiance, he is Cancer. So that's how I know that I really, but like, also like, obviously I'm getting married, right? I'm not going to bring up a ton of my exes, but like, they were all Cancers. My dad's Cancer.
No, that's so
like
no,
everybody's
that's funny.
Cancer. Yeah.
No, that's what happens. Sometimes you get stuck, maybe not dating your own sign, but stuck in your own element.
Yeah.
Or like a different like so me, I've dated a lot of my own element. Obviously, you've dated a lot of you need that yang or like yin, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I
But
can't be like, yeah. I don't know.
like I can't.
If there was like a clone of me, I'm genuinely curious if we would actually like be friends or just be like, nah.
No.
Like they're too much.
Oh my
Because I feel
gosh.
like I'm too much at times.
Sorry. I thought this. Noah is a Scorpio.
Oh. People are gonna think that like Noah's your boyfriend.
I'm manifesting.
Noah is
He
a lead
is.
singer of Mandy's favorite band, just so everybody knows. Noah Sebastian.
Share it out. Anybody know him? Hook it up.
Girl,
Yeah.
quit using Ghost Club as a platform for this.
I'm only here to get my name out.
This isn't the first time she's done this. No, we love it. We love it. We are trying to hook her up.
We're stopping the live now.
Oh, sorry. No,
man.
I read that one. I'm so far behind on the comments, but we did read that one.
Oh,
it was about
okay.
the evil person. So let me take that one off.
Oh yeah, this is my tapestry. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
This is my fish tank.
Fucking fish tank.
It's got no fish in it.
Oh, that's right. They all died.
No, it does have fish in it, Mandy. One of them died. It's got 2 tiny, tiny little fish that you never, ever, ever see, and I've had them for, like, 8 years. It's
Wow.
horrible, and obviously, I changed the water and I feed them and stuff like that because that would be cruel if I didn't, but at the same time, I'm just like, "How are these guys still alive?" And their names are Ed and Lorraine. So, little Ed and
That's cute.
Lorraine. Yeah.
We love it.
But they're so stupid. Like, the fact that I even have that big a tank for, like, the 2 of the tiniest little fish ever is so stupid.
So stupid.
If anybody want any fish and live in the area, let me know.
Oh, nice, Vanessa. I wanted to go to Sick World, but tickets sold out in like 2 fucking seconds, and that didn't happen, but that's okay.
Sure there is. Like I'm an actual psychopath. I don't know if anybody watches Friends, but that time like Chandler gets a new roommate and the guy like has a fish tank and he's got like inside it, it's like actual like little goldfish crackers.
They're just absorbing all the water. That's so good. Dang, look at that. 2 hours strong.
I know, girl. Like we have work in the morning.
We do. I haven't even had dinner.
Sorry, I did make like a couple of notes, but I've covered them already, so we're good.
Gotta heat up some dino nuggies.
Oh yeah, you haven't even had dinner. My God.
Guys, this is crazy. But this has been so fun. I want to just keep going.
I know. We can take a couple more questions if you guys have them. And then we're probably gonna head to bed. Oh gosh.
But just keep in mind, guys. Sorry. We're gonna keep doing this though.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep doing this. So we'll be on I don't know, I love that we're connecting with you guys more, and I want to do this, you know. I want to talk shit about the zodiac signs with you guys.
Yeah. I love how these are all like the super like in-depth questions we're getting now. Like, so what do you think ghosts are? And then like Chris is like, do you think ghosts have a concept of time? And it's like, oh my gosh, we're gonna be here for another 3 hours. It's so intense.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. I just saw a good one. I think they're a combination of all the things. I think that some ghosts are just pure energy. I think that some are leftover energy. I think that some are the time. I literally think it's all the things. Yeah. All the things. Just to put that in a nutshell.
Yeah, I've always said the same thing as well. I truly believe in energy more than anything. That's actually the reason if you look at our Ghost GCP logo at the top of the screen there, you'll notice that it's got the 2 thunderbolts, and that's genuinely like a play on that, is because spirit is energy. So that's, I don't think I've ever mentioned that before, so it's like, now you guys know.
I have channeled ghosts while driving. A lot of my downloads happen while driving, which is not safe for anybody.
Because you're in that like meditative state almost, when you're just like focusing and in the zone.
Oh, dude, it's crazy when that happens. That definitely happens though. You guys, if you have any connections to Project Fear, please let them know that I would like to hang out with them. Just gonna throw that one out there.
Paranormal Files as well. Colin seems like a nice guy.
For show.
Yeah. And then we have.
Oh, sorry.
We have Amaya. I'm so sorry.
I was just gonna click that one.
Everyone's names. When's the next live? The next live is going to be so every 2 weeks. So every fortnight we upload an investigation.
Every fortnight.
But we have this like weird week in between where we just don't post anything, and I'm like trying to change that. I think that's kind of silly of us, because we can take a couple hours out of our week to catch up with people and talk about the episodes and stuff. So so every Tuesday though, it's just Tuesdays that you guys have to remember. Every single Tuesday on this channel, it's going to be an investigation live. And yeah. So that's the plan.
So technically the next live would be May 14th.
Thank you. Yes, I don't have my calendar right in front of me. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just hoping that like it just like brings more people to like actually the community. Like that's the biggest thing is the Ghost Club community specifically. Like I think that it's just we have such a good group of people here and like
Yeah,
I don't
you guys
know
are awesome.
everybody in the chat. I don't know if you guys like make the premiere chats, but like that is the highlight of like why I do this. I love chatting to people in that premiere chat. So I'm like, hey, we get to like do that again. But I will say it's going to be every time we do a live, it is going to be this late. Unfortunately, just because, well, depending on where you are, it might be. I think in the UK they started at like 4 a.m. or something,
Yeah.
which is just like so stupid. But at the same time, I mentioned at the beginning, but me and Mandy, we work full-time jobs. Like this is the only time we can do it. So yeah. But I mean, like for the people who like do want to wake up at 4 a.m. and listen to this in the morning, like that's a nice way to wake up, I guess. Maybe listen to this podcast on your way to work.
Oh my gosh, that'd be so
Oh
cool.
my god, did I just call this a podcast? Are we podcasters?
Are we podcasting?
Are we podcasting right now?
Are we doing this right now?
Wow.
Oh my god.
I've come so far with this technology as well, man. Like I'm so proud of myself. Thank you.
Soak it up, girl. Soak it up.
Here's one. Why do I see and dream of deceased people? Mostly friends and family all the time. Not trying to sound crazy or make fun of this. I don't think that you sound crazy at all. At all. I've personally had dreams of loved ones. I've dreamed when my nana passed away. I didn't know that she was passing away. She came to me in my dream that night, told me all this stuff that nobody knew about, and I would never have been able to know about until I asked people about it. Like it was crazy. So like I truly do believe that when your loved ones come to visit you, that is them visiting you as them. That's their spirit form coming to you. Just just letting you know that they're okay and checking in on you more importantly. I feel like they're your biggest supporters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that.
Why are you laughing now?
Oh, sorry.
Why is she laughing, guys?
People are funny. Y'all make me feel so good about myself.
Is that a dream of Mandy?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's too late for that.
Any merch? I do have merch. I'm gonna get it for you right now.
We love you, Rain. Bye.
I'm gonna get the merch. Oh, that's not the button. That was the wrong
okay, bye.
button completely.
Lame. Oh, them late night giggles.
I know. I'm so ready for sleep. Here's the link. I'll put it in the chat.
Get that merch.
You know, like our merch is like, I really like the designer for merch and stuff like that, but we do need to find another. Right now it's through spring. And like, I'm going to be extremely honest with you guys. But merch is there to like make somewhat of a profit on, right? So we can like do more investigations, but like for everything sold, like Ghost Club gets like $2. It's kind of ridiculous. It's not really supporting us at this point. It's just like to have cool merch and like rep Ghost Club. So yeah, I really want to go to a place and like feel the quality and things like that and all that stuff. Like I have this really cool vintage hoodie here, and it's from a brand called Distorted People, and just like the quality of it, and it's like my favorite thing ever. And like this is what I really want. I want to like go and like feel the quality and live in it for a little while before being like, this is perfect for a Ghost Club. The merch is good quality though. Like,
yeah, no, it's
just
good
from your,
quality.
yeah, it is good quality. Like, but I'm always like, I never know what I'm gonna get, and I also have to pay for the merch. So like I can't buy every single product on the site because that's just way too expensive. So I just basically like pick and choose like a few things here and there, and then I'll buy it that way. And then yeah, so I want to be able to have like it like in my office, like all the merch. And then if
Yeah.
anybody comes over, I can be like, here, like have a t-shirt, you know, like be that cool person.
Just take it. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Sam and Kobe, I'm pretty sure they drive about with merch in their trunk of their car. I don't know if I'm just totally making that up, but I'm sure I saw that on a video. Like they drive about with merch in the back of their car, and then when they like do collaborations, they're like, "Here, wear our merch for the video." And then like their friends will be like, "Oh, thanks for the free hoodie." Yeah, like I'll wear it in your video.
Fuck yeah.
Sam and Kobe watching as this very moment, being like, actually, no, we don't." Could you imagine?
How dare you put this shit on the internet?
The next news line, Ghost Club Paranormal making up false claims about Sam and Kobe giving their friends merch. Right, I'm actually
now
ready
all their
for
friends
bed
want merch. Okay,
when this
we'll take
happens.
this last question
Like,
here.
yeah,
let's take this last one here. Do you ever use your equipment to connect with loved ones that have passed? Yeah. Do you, Jade?
No, not on purpose. No.
Oh.
I've never tried to reach out to any of like my family members or anything like that. Yeah. But do you like, yeah, well, I mean, like you kind of
Yeah,
did show
I
that
do it
on
all the
the
time.
Cosmopolitan episodes where you were asking for your grandma to come through and stuff like that.
Yeah, so like I will literally sit in my house. If I'm having a bad day, I'll bust out Spirit Box, I'll bust out Miracle Box, I'll bust out something, and I'll be like, Grandma, and I'll have conversations with them. It's my favorite because they'll
Yeah.
show up, you know, and I love that I've built that relationship with them in spirit. My grandma loves like messing with like the REM pods and things like that. But yeah, I'll bust out, especially if I'm testing new equipment. I'm like, all right, guys, come on, like make sure this works, you know?
Yeah.
So I love using equipment to talk to my loved ones. And sometimes they don't show up because I know they're busy. They got shit to do on the other side. But a lot of times they will show up though, and I always just it's such a blessing when they do.
Yeah, for sure. That's like the coolest thing is when your loved ones come through. But then I also had somebody reach out recently and said, I used to investigate until my parents passed away. And now I don't investigate because I'm scared in case they're going to come through and I'm not ready for that. So it kind of is kind of just like, and for anybody who is scared to do this because they're scared to hear from any loved ones, and I know that sounds like, you know, a lot of people would love to hear from their loved ones, but there's also people out there that would rather not.
Ready.
And for those people, like my advice is basically you can set your boundaries with them and just say like, I'm not ready for this. Like just say it out loud, like I'm not ready for this. And like they're gonna respect that. They won't come through. I would be very surprised if they do push through. If they're an Aries, they might still push through.
They might say, I don't care, here I am.
Don't know what that was. Did you hear that on your end?
Yeah, I heard a noise.
Sounded like I
Through
felt
my
like
headphones.
yeah, it was like I felt like I've got like a courtyard like outside my house, so like but it felt like it was like right up against my office. That was weird. Anyway, I should probably check that out because my cameras are like going off. Like there's motion at your gate, there's motion at the side of your house. And I'm just here.
I know, Jeffrey, we're going to bed.
I know. Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I love this. I'm very, very excited to do this again. And again, thank you guys for all your donations. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you, Mystery Man. You're awesome. Thank you so much for subscribing. As I said, this weekend, Mandy and I, we have more investigations to do. We do upload to our Instagram stories like quite a lot when we're on these adventures. So if you have Instagram, go ahead and follow us over there so you can just kind of like keep up with what we're doing and stuff like that. A lot of ridiculous stories to come, surely.
Oof, get ready.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
All right, everybody.
Good night, and thanks for
Thank you.
joining.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you.